أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وأصحابه وبارك وسلم. Okay, what we are going to learn in this class is Aqeeda. Aqeeda is matters relating to your belief system. It teaches you, the matters of Aqeeda shows you how you must believe, what type of belief you must have in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the Rasul of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if you don't have proper Aqeeda, if you don't believe properly, then your actions don't really count for anything. Let me give you an example. Who do you know of the non-Muslim faith? Somebody who's Christian or Hindu, who's a very good person. Name that person. Come, anybody? Who do you know? Yes? Shaban?
What's the person's name?
Yeah, what's the person's name?
Leo.
Leo.
Liam.
Liam. Who's Liam?
It's not free, but it's a good person.
He's a very good person. Okay, I'm talking about somebody famous. Okay, let's take for example Mother Teresa. Okay, you people know who's Mother Teresa? Oh, you don't know who's Mother Teresa? Okay. Okay, you know the Pope? Do you know the Pope? Shake your head. Answer. Do you know the Pope? He's supposed to be a pious person, a holy person. However, if a person is pious, a person is holy, and a person makes salah, look to me, don't look at each other. A person is pious, he makes his salah, he fasts during the month of Ramadan, he does everything good, he gives charity, all the good work is done, he has a good heart and everything, but he don't believe properly. For example, he say that, no, there isn't a God, or he says, no man, if there is a God, then there can't be one God, because how can one God do this? Maybe two gods did this. Or maybe he says, okay, you know what, no? Okay, I believe there is a God, but God has a son, and his son is Jesus. You know, and Jesus is his son, and Jesus' father is the God, you know. Or they believe stuff like this. You do good deeds, but you believe wrong. So when you do the good deeds, because of your wrong belief, you do not get the reward for those good deeds. You understand? For example, if I tell you now, go make salah, okay? And you have wudu, and you make salah, and you say that I believe in Allah and I believe in the message of Allah. When you perform that salah, will you get the reward for that salah? Yes. Now if I tell you to go make salah, and you don't have wudu, and you perform a beautiful asr salah, your asr salah take you 15 minutes, and you bacha the whole surah Yasin in your asr salah. Imagine you bacha the whole surah Yasin in your asr salah, but you don't have wudu. Are you going to get the reward for that salah? Why not? Exactly, a condition for your asr to be valid, a condition for your asr to be accepted by Allah is that you must have wudu. Am I right? You understand that? Now, a condition for your wudu to be valid, what do you need? What do you need for your wudu to be valid? You need a niyyah, you need clean water. You can't make wudu with blood, you can't make wudu with dirty water. If you make wudu with blood or dirty water, you don't have wudu, you can't make salah. So you need a niyyah, is right. You need clean water. You need tahara. Tahara means purification. Okay? So purification is cleanliness. Cleanliness, which means your clothes must be clean, your underwear especially must be clean. When you make istinja in the toilet, you must make sure you wash yourself properly, because if you don't wash yourself properly, then your wudu is not going to be valid. If you go and perform salah, okay, and you got urine drops on your underwear, is that salah going to be valid? No. So in order to make your salah valid, your wudu valid, you need purification, clean water, you need the niyyah, you need your clean clothes to be on, you need to complete the fara'id, the things that is compulsory in wudu. All these things you need to complete. Right, that is that. So that makes that valid. But now, what makes everything valid? The thing that makes everything valid is your kalima. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. Because if you don't read the kalima, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, there's no point of you making wudu. There's no point of you having cleanliness. Like you see a lot of non-Muslims, they go to the toilet and they stand. The men, they stand and they urinate and they don't wash themselves. And if they do, and then they just maybe use a piece of toilet paper. Okay? Women also, from the non-Muslims, they go to toilet, they don't use water. For us, it's compulsory to use water. They don't clean themselves properly. They don't care if there's like najis. You know what is najis? What is najis? Dirt, impurities. They don't care if there's impurities still left on their clothes. We as Muslims, we must take care of that. Okay? Because our salah must be valid, our wudu and our salah must be valid. So we're taking all the precautions. But what makes everything valid is La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. And if you don't believe in La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, you don't believe that there is one God, Allah, and Muhammad is the messenger of Allah, then it's pointless. You're making all your tahara, avoiding the najis. It's pointless you making wudu. It's pointless you making salah, giving charity, fasting. Nothing will benefit you. Why? Because you don't believe. So this is why Aqeeda is so important. Our belief system must be correct. If our belief system is correct, then everything that we do after that, we gain reward for it. We gain sawab from it. If our belief system is not right, for example, we have other programs like you perform salah. Okay, now we know salah is compulsory, hajj is compulsory, fasting is compulsory, but then there are other acts which are not compulsory that we do, like we have dhikrs, we have khatams, we have gyarwis, we have mawluds and these type of things. So we must understand what is our belief system when it comes to matters like this, when it comes to khatam, khadat, dhikr, gyarwi, mawlud, and the tahleels, the 40 days when people die, how do we bury them, this and that, and the things that we do. This is important for us because this is our identity. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah is the kalima, but beneath the kalima is a huge ocean of who we are and what we are and what makes us Muslims. And the more you know about your Aqeeda, the more stronger Muslim you are, the better believer you are, the more you know about your Aqeeda. Now let me give you simple matters as far as Aqeeda is concerned. If you open this book, okay, you don't have the book in front of you, but if you open up this book, the first lesson that they will teach you is the 7 beliefs of Islam. Okay? And that is your kalima. Which kalima is that? Which kalima got the 7 beliefs? Come quickly. Amantu billahi wa malaikatihi wa kutubihi. So bismillah, it says you learn about the 7 beliefs of Islam, to believe in Allah. So you believe in Allah. But you don't only just believe in Allah, Allah is one. You must know about Allah's attributes also. You must know what can Allah do. What is the power of Allah. You say, I believe in Allah. If I tell you I believe in Allah, oh, you believe in Allah? Yes, explain to me, what does that mean? Exactly. No, exactly. What does it mean to you when you say, I believe in Allah? What does it mean to you? Not what does it mean to everybody else. What does it mean to you on a personal level when you say, I believe in Allah? What is Allah able to do for me? How is Allah my Lord? What has Allah done for me? How is Allah making my life better? All these things, the food that I get, the parents that I have, the family that I have, the clothes that I have, what is Allah's role in all these type of things? You understand what I'm saying? It's not that Allah created you. How did Allah create you? Did Allah just say, okay, pop, and then you arrive as a baby? No. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put you through a process. There was a process of how you came about into existence. Do you know there's a process? You weren't just born. There was a process. There was a long process. And that process started before the world was even created. Where Allah first created your souls. Okay? Allah first created your soul, and your soul was alive, and your soul was in a place called Alam-e-Arwah. It was called the realm of souls, or the world of souls. And that is where, are you friends with Mahreen? Are you family? Are you family? Are you friends? Do you get along? You don't get along with her. Do you get along with each other? So your souls met there in Alam-e. Alam means world. Arwah, hello, you listening? Ruh is singular. Ruh means soul. Arwah is the plural. Alam means world. So Alam-e-Arwah means the world of souls. So before your soul was inserted into your body, we all were in that place. And we were waiting there until we were conceived on this dunya by our parents, until our mothers got pregnant. And when our mothers got pregnant, that is when Allah put the ruh, our shape started forming in the womb of our mothers. And then Allah took our ruh and inserted it into that flesh that was starting to grow in our mother's wombs. That is how we created. So that time you were alive in Alam-e-Arwah, and you get along with Mahreen Shahzadi. Why? Because you and Mahreen, you met in Alam-e-Arwah, and you knew each other from that time. It is a hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Said, Aisha, listen to me. I don't like it when you talk to each other when I'm talking. It's rudeness. You listen to me. And if you want to ask something, you ask me. There's nothing you can ask him that's going to benefit you now. If you want to ask a question, you make a note of it. And when you come to the end of the lesson, you ask me. So anyway, so there's a hadith of the Prophet ﷺ where he says that all the souls are like a jundum mujannada. They are like a united army. So they've met in Alam-e-Arwah. Those that they get along with, they stay close to, and those that they don't get along with, they like scatter from them. So all those people that you met in Alam-e-Arwah, that you are close to on the dunya today, okay, you were friends with them that time. And people that you can't stand now, you probably met them there, but you didn't like them, and that's why you don't get along with them in this dunya as well. So now, the first one is Allah. You must understand what Allah means to you. The second one is the angels of Allah. What is your belief regarding the angels? What is the picture in your mind? If I say the angels of Allah, what picture comes to mind? You tell me. A man flying, a man in white flying. What comes to mind? Come, tell me. Put up your hand. What comes to mind when I say the angels of Allah? What pops into your mind? How do you describe an angel? How does an angel look to you? Come. No, I can't hear you.
A person with wings, like
A white thing with wings.
Yeah.
A white thing with wings. Okay. What? A white disc?
No, a white kind of oval bright thingy in it with wings and it's flying.
Thingy. Angel can talk. Can thingies talk? Okay. So you imagine, like each of you have your perception in your mind. What is your name there, Tebek? What? Binyamin. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Okay. Right. So you all have your perceptions in your mind of how the angels of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala look. But for your Aqeeda, you must know what is an angel of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What is the description of the angel of Allah? That is part of your Aqeeda. Who are the angels of Allah? Who are the main angels of Allah? How many names of the angels of Allah do you know? What do the angels of Allah do? All that is part of your Aqeeda. You can't just say, Amantu billahi wa malaikati. I believe in Allah's angels. Who's Allah's main angels? Who's the main angel? You must know this. Jibreel. And who's next? Hey? Who's, I heard something after him? Mikael. And then? Israel. And then? Israfil. Do you know the duties? Yeah.
And said Mikael is like the controller of death and life and death.
No.
No, he's in charge of everything.
You're allowed to make mistakes. I want you people to talk. If you say the wrong stuff here, nobody's going to laugh at you. You're here to learn. So if you say something, I will say right or wrong, but nobody's going to laugh at you. So say, I don't want you people to be shy to talk. If you say wrong, you say wrong. Who cares? Okay, it's not the exam. We're just in a class, and this is the first time I'm teaching you people also now. So if you say something is wrong, don't be shy. Just say, because you are here to learn. If you have something and you're shy, you don't want to say, you're going to leave this class, and when you look again, you're going to be 25 years old, and you're going to say, that day in madrasa, I should have asked Maulana that question. Ask your questions. If I know the answer, alhamdulillah, I know the answer. If I don't know the answer, I'll find out and I'll give you the answer again. But say what you want to say, what is on your mind, what you want to ask. So, the belief in the angels of Allah, how do we believe in them? Third one, the books of Allah. Okay, the angels of Allah, how many are they? What do they do? What are their responsibilities? How are they created? It's fantastic to learn all these things about the angels. Now, this is what your Aqeeda is all about. You don't learn about this in Arabic. You don't learn about, in Islamic history, you don't learn about things like this. In akhlaq, you don't learn, in Urdu, you don't learn things like this, because it is matters to do with your Aqeeda. You won't learn this in Tartib also, because these are matters to do with your Aqeeda, your belief system, how you should be believing. So we'll come to that. So the books of Allah. Now you know how many books of Allah, hopefully you know how many books of Allah there are. But it's not only the 4 main books, there were other books also. You see, thinking now, where does these books come from? All that must be explained to you. Now you talk to a non-Muslim, let's say for instance you talk to a non-Muslim friend and you want to interest this guy in becoming Muslim. He is going to say 1, 2 things to you, then you're going to, how do I answer him now? That is why it's important to learn Aqeeda. Because a Christian won't come into the deen if you explain to him that I use water when I go to toilet. He won't come into the deen for that. Huh? You can't tell him fiqh. You know, fiqh is jurisprudence, you tartib salah. You can't tell him tartib to come in the deen. You can't tell him, what's that? Khadija al-Bintu Hamid. He's not going to come into Islam for that. Okay? And Urdu, you speak to him Urdu, he's not going to come to Islam for that. You read to him Arabic, Ali Bata, that don't make sense to me. Okay. But what will make sense to him is Aqeeda. When he sees your akhlaq is your morals. Yesterday you read about honesty. Akhlaq is your morals, your character, the way you are, the type of person that you are. So the people saw the character, they saw the akhlaq of Rasulullah, and they loved the akhlaq of Rasulullah, and they became Muslim just by seeing that. Okay? And the other thing is Aqeeda. If you can explain to somebody what should be your proper belief system, like if you can explain to a Christian that Christianity doesn't make sense, how can Mary be the mother of God when she's the mother of Jesus? And then you say God is Jesus' father, Jesus is his son, but God and Mary wasn't married. What do you people talking? What nonsense is this? Now if you know Aqeeda, then you can actually unpack and explain this to your friends. And the more you know, the more you've got to back you up with. So that is why Aqeeda is important. So beliefs in the books, to believe in the messengers of Allah. How many prophets of Allah were there? Who knows? Okay, how many? Approximately, what do you think? 25 are mentioned in the Quran. 25 are mentioned, their names are in the Quran. But there were plus minus 124,000. Have you heard that before? You've heard it before, but now you haven't heard it before. So this is beneficial knowledge. This is ilm. If I give you this book is knowledge, but it is not beneficial to you until you take this. Listen to me. Listen, this book is knowledge. Do you agree with me? But if I give you this book, if I put it on your head, are you going to become clever? If I take a whole lot of books, Islamic books, and I put it on a donkey, is the donkey going to become a Maulana? It will still stay a donkey. Why? Because, exactly. So same, this stuff, once you learn it, now I told you, 124,000 prophets, now you know, now you go home and you tell your mommy, what's your mommy's name? What's your name? What's your name again? Taskeen. Taskeen. You say, tell Taskeen, Mommy, do you know there are 124,000 prophets? I said, wow. Then it's beneficial. Because if you heard it from me and you forget about it, it is just knowledge. You want beneficial knowledge. beneficial knowledge. When you practice the knowledge, if I teach you how to make salah and you go and make salah the way I teach you to make salah, that is beneficial knowledge. So that is what you want to do. You want beneficial knowledge. You don't just want knowledge. You want knowledge that's going to benefit you. And knowledge that's going to help you. So believe in the messengers of Allah. Now you must know about the prophets of Allah, about Rasulullah. Who was the main prophet? Who was the second main prophet? Third main prophet? How many prophets of Allah was there? Learn about them. All this is to do with Aqeeda, especially belief regarding Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Number 5, to believe in the day of judgment. To believe in the day of judgment. What happens on the day of judgment? Those type of things are part. Do you know what happens on the day of Qiyamah? How much do you know what's going to happen on the day of Qiyamah? All this I want to teach you people, okay? Because you might know a few things. You might say, what do you know? How these are going to be weighed.
Yes, and Allah asks you about all the decisions you made in life.
There we go, all that.
And then based on that, you decide whether you go different or
Good.
Jannah.
Very good, very good. Good answer. But much more is going to happen also. It's not just that. How long is that day going to last?
50,000 years.
50,000 years. That day, one day, the day of Qiyamah is going to last 50,000 years. Right? That's how long the day is going to be. Why is it going to be so long? Does Allah need time? Allah don't need time. Allah can finish everything just like that. There's a reason why. So all that. So that is and then number 6, to believe that the power of good and bad is in Allah's control. Now you think, now why does good things happen to you? Why do bad things happen to you and your family? Why does that? Where does this come from? Is it from shaitan? Is it from Allah? Is it just coincidence? So all these things you must understand. And number 7, to believe in life after death. To believe what happens after you die, after you leave this dunya. So all these things are, this is what we're going to cover now in this term. Yeah. Oh no, in the next couple of weeks we'll finish this inshallah. So tomorrow I'm going to make 47 copies. We just did now the first lesson now. So from next week we're going to do about belief in Allah, belief in the angels. We're going to go into detail about that inshallah. Alright, so copies we're going to make tomorrow. Now you must understand why Aqeeda is important, how Aqeeda is going to benefit you. You haven't had this before, it's very important. May Allah, you will make dua also that whatever I teach you, you remember these things. What I'm doing now is, I'm recording this. We're starting a YouTube channel for the madrasa. So this will go onto the YouTube channel. Alright? And the link will only be sent to you people. You almost got phones and you got YouTube, nah? So the link is not going to be a public channel. The link will be sent to you. And if you want to refresh, you just go and you click on the link and you watch this whole class again. Alright? I'll tell you when the stuff is uploaded. So we'll do that with all our lessons inshallah. Okay, right, that's all for today inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.